Shout out to everybody there. I'm speaking from behind the veil here. Getting ready for the class. Getting ready, everybody. About to take you to school. We're going to have a blast. I've been through 100 of these dips or more. Probably almost 1,000 of these dips. Doesn't even bother me one bit. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Nothing but opportunities ahead of us. Amen. Amen, baby. Amen. The leverage course is always open. You don't have to wait for it. You buy it, you get it. You can jump in today. Bam! Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Red tie, red pocket square. It's a red day, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you. These are the days of opportunity. You know, people wear red ties as power ties, right? Today's a power day. Today's the day that I turn on the right action. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. But I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling wonderful. I worked out today. I did over 100 push-ups. I hope you did too. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling ready to go. And you know what? When my mom died, I got into a bit of a depression. You guys probably, I didn't get too deep, but it was hard for me to get up in the morning, my usual self. It was hard for me to push, and today I feel ready to go. Right when I looked at the chart, I saw the 777s. Insane. Every single time, it's like my dad waving at me. God bless you, Dad. God bless you, Mom. I know you're here with me every single day. Shout out to every one of you. God bless you all. Let's go, baby. It's a beautiful day to be alive. Let's go. If all you're focused on is the charts right now, you've got the wrong perspective. Think about it. These are the days. We're alive. I'm 40 years old. I'll look back when I'm 60 and love when I was 40. If you know what I mean? Cherish what you have when you have it. There's going to be days when I'm older. I'm going to be like, man, when I was 40 years old, every single day I should have cherished. There never should have been a day that I was upset back when I was 40. Like, I remember being depressed in my 20s. You know what I mean? And, like, think about it. Being depressed in your 20s. Like, I remember sitting in my apartment at 25, 26 years old and doing nothing that day and being really sad. And then I look back and I'm like, you were young. You had all this energy. You had no reason. Like, you wasted time sad back then. And so I learned from that lesson. And every single day is a blessing, baby. I'm excited to be here with each and every one of you. Let's get the music back up and running. Shout out to everybody here. Let's get it going. Yes, Bitcoin took a dip, but nothing goes up forever. We're going to break it down for you. We're going to talk about it. We're going to quell your emotions. We're going to see if we can even make a live trade here. We're going to see if there's something to take advantage of in the market. And God bless each and every one of you for being here. First thing we're going to do is put the lemon into the water. to stay hydrated. I am super thirsty. You can only imagine after working out like I did, I need to hydrate. So you're going to see me take a big sip of the lemon water. Lemon water is huge here. If you just came to the channel, I'm about mental health, financial health, spiritual health, and physical health. The 4 pillars of life must be achieved. If you're a billionaire and you're so overweight you can't go up the stairs, you are not wealthy because you're going to die. Like, you know what I mean? You can't enjoy your money to the true essence of it. If you're super wealthy and, you know what I mean? If the other way around, you go to the gym and you look great, you can work out every day, but you are broke as a joke and you're borrowing money from everyone you know and you never have a penny to your name, you're not wealthy. Like, you have one of the pillars figured out, but not financial, you know? If you have all the money in the world and you look good, but you can't hold down a woman or a relationship because you're crazy, or a woman, you know, you're mentally off, you got to find your chi, you know what I mean? And if you don't have God in your life and you have someone in your life, you work out and you got money, but you're just floundering, you don't stand for anything, you got to have spirituality. I'm telling you right now, the 4 pillars of life are so important. Let's drink to that. Cheers to everybody. Big sip of the lemon water. Let's decalcify the pineal gland, get ourselves at another level, research the pineal gland, research Edgar Cayce, research the Coral Castle, and you're going to get onto a level that I'll take you far beyond what you thought in the charts. Look at that. I needed it. My body was like, please, bring in the water. Shout out to everybody here on the live. If you work out every single day and you drink a lot of water, a lot of your other problems are going to be taken care of as well, all right? Just to make, kind of break it down for you. Okay, so let's see what's happening to Bitty Bitcoin. Right now on the 5-minute chart, we have come back up, but we have not got above resistance. We are meandering here sideways. To me, making a bit of a bear flag. However, we did pull away from the 21. We got pushed back up. We should push ourselves through this gap here and get back to the 200 SMA, but you never know. We will take a look. What we're going to do right now is we're going to zoom out to boom out, and we're going to take a look at what happened here to Bitty Bitcoin. I was long last night. I want to be very clear about that, but I was cautiously long, and I used a very small amount. I did get stopped out. I did not get liquidated. I lost $200 on my futures account. Boo-hoo. I'll be okay. You know what I mean? I don't like to lose a lot. I think that's something that I prove to my students and to people that watch me. I manage my risk very, very well. All right? I will be honest, I had $100,000 in Tether that I wanted to push into the market. Everyone was making money a week ago, and I was like, I'm going to double this up quickly. And something was like, and I made some good swing trades here and there, but something told me to hold back, to chill out, and I kept that money on the sidelines. And then today is the day, and I already bought some Bitcoin on the dip. I bought some near on the dip. I bought $4,000 worth of Bitcoin the second I woke up, and I saw it as close to 40K as I could. I woke up at about 7:15, and the dip was just boom, and I was like, whoa. Little bit of a shoulder, a head, kind of a right shoulder there, but don't worry, have no stress. We're going to break it down for you like we do every single day. It's funny, every YouTuber and their mom is live today. You know what I mean? Trying to take my spot, but you know what? Everyone knows who the consistent man is. It's the lifer, baby. We show up every single day, and we wear the red tie when it's red out. Look what we're going to do. We're going to do something really crazy. I have all this hard work that I've done, all this awesome stuff. We're going to delete it all. Oh, my God. We're going to start from scratch. We're going to take a look at the weekly. We're going to break down even the 2-week chart, and we're just going to assess the situation here and see if we, years and years of looking at the charts, do I see something that we must heed? All right. Almost thought I saw some hidden bearish div there. Nah, kind of slight. It's almost exaggerated hidden bearish div, but it's all right. It's all right. We're going to remove the moving averages and just take a look at price action here on the 2-week chart. All right. On Binance. And I just use the Binance Tether chart. It's the one I've been using for so long. When I do trade MCKEY, I will use the MCKEY futures chart just to make sure that the number might be off by $5, $4. And I'm so precise when I'm trading. Everything has to be exact. All right. So you can see the 2-week resistance. It's kind of right where we're kind of hitting. We're right above it, actually, which is pretty nice. Right above 2-week resistance. But look at these. 1, 2, 3. That's a lot of sell pressure. Those are algorithmic, getting pushed to the downside. That's not the best sign. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? 3 wicks in a row. Here we had 1, 2, 3, and we still completed to the upside. Here we had a bunch, and it did bring us down. Usually when you see this many wicks on a large time frame, you're going to get a bit of a pullback. So you're looking at the level of 36,000. You're looking at the level of 31,900. I'm not saying this is guaranteed. I'm saying these are the levels that we do have to pay attention to and we want to focus on, okay? And that's what we're going to do. So here's the deal. If the 2-week candle closes below these two candles here at 42, let's see where this one opened. 30, opened the high. Yeah, the high was 45. No, not the high. I want to see where it opened. Yeah, 37,881. No, that doesn't make sense. Hold on. Yeah, where this candle closed. It closed at 42.53. So if we close below 42,000, you know, you may expect us to come and test 37,695 here. It's a very 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles on the 2-week chart have closed right at that level. So we're looking closely at about 42,000. We lose 42K. We're coming down to 37,000, about, I'd say 800, 900 area, okay? So 38K is on the table right now. First thing right off the bat. Second thing is, yeah, we've bent, but we could still bend up here. It's not all bearish. I just want to make that really clear. And we have a really nice weekly support sitting at 39,250. See where these two candles close right here too as well. So we take deep breaths, we zoom out, and we clarify. I've been using the 5-day chart. I really like this level here because look, 2 candles close, 2 candles close. It's a significant level. So horrible that this 5-day is turning into like an indecision doji. Pretty weird if you ask me. It was looking absolutely beautiful the day before, you know, yesterday. Things were amazing. The whole market was ready to rip. We were getting the grip. Things were moving. It looked like we were going to break out and continue to the upside, and we did get a bear trap. They positioned us to the upside. What I will tell you now is, and I flip on the moving averages, is we still have a golden cross coming on the 5-day chart. We're still above a beautiful 5-day resistance here and support right about there. Resistance, chop, resistance. So as long as we stay above 40,800, 40,007, I don't stress. Even if we did that and we come down and we tested 37,000, it wouldn't be that crazy. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be that insane. The 21 is a little far from price action on every time frame. Eventually, you do come to it. See how the 3-day was away from the 21, and now we're getting closer to it? This 3-day candle closes in 8 hours. This would be a very strange candle. Let's see if we can get the V-shaped recovery. I wouldn't be surprised if when we can't close this candle tonight, we're all the way right back up here again. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going to happen. I'll be honest. I have no idea. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I go into every day of Bitcoin telling myself I have no clue where it's going to go. The old me used to have all these speculative ideas of what it was going to do, what it was going to happen. I don't do that anymore. I just show up and I take the charts exactly as they give it to me, and the charts will speak to me. The charts will tell me a key resistance will be lost or a key support will be held. Something or will bounce off of a key moving average, and I will see the sauce. You know, we'll be at a VRVP and we'll get above a high volume node. You know what I mean? It's all here for us. We just have to take in the information. Bear with me now. All right. 3-day chart has extreme support at 37,675. That same area we're kind of looking at. So here's the deal. Bitcoin loses 41,200 area. We're dropping likely down to test 38,000, 37,800. This is kind of what's going to happen, okay? This is it. At the end of the day, we didn't lose structure. We're still inside of this regardless of the wick. You know what I mean? We wicked out, we wicked back inside, but we did not lose this trend line. This still has a measured move to the upside. Nothing has really changed with the ETF news and this is just liquidations to me. You know what I mean? Not a big deal at all, right? What's going on with Robert? Robert Hole, hi, lifer, prayers for my mom, please. She has stage 4 colon cancer in her 2nd round of chemo and was just admitted to the hospital diagnosed with cancer. Different on top of it all. With C. diff on top of it all. I don't know what C. diff is. God bless you. I am so sorry. Deep breaths. There are alternative, this research, this documentary about people that have been using some type of whatever. I'm always afraid of what I'm saying, but I do know alternative medicine that people have been curing all sorts of cancers that the medical field has told them they're done. And you can research man cures his cancer with dog pill or something. Research, just Google that. That's it. I'm not going to say any more. I'm telling you right now, And again, I'm not a doctor. Find out your research on your own. I'm going to leave it there. All right. But I'm always open-minded to learning new things, and when I do that, I find an uncontrollable, yeah. Thank you. C. diff is bacterium that causes an infection of the colon, the longest part of the large intestine. I'm sorry to hear that. It's dog dewormer or something. Yeah. I'm so sorry to your mom, man. Moment of silence for Robert's mom. Dear Lord, we know, as me, I just lost my mother. And I lost my mother fast. And I never saw her sick, ever. I never saw my mom sick. A couple fevers and some, but I never saw my parents sick. That's the one beauty of my parents. Like, they passed away unexpectedly, both of them. I saw my dad struggling in some pain, and his legs were a little swollen, but he was never, like, in the hospital diagnosed with cancer or anything like that, But God bless you. I hope you're all right. Research this crew. You may have found something. Read the comments. People are telling you things right now. You may get some information that you didn't know. But dear Lord, we don't know why you take our loved ones in some ways which confuse us, and we don't understand. But help us keep the faith no matter what. Amen. All right, so let's move forward. Let's go back into the 2-day chart. 2-day chart looks great. We're super oversold. Like, the bears had all this time, and all they could give us was one red candle. You know what I mean? There's two really significant red candles, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know what I mean? Since December 5th. That's all the bears had. That's all they had. Look at how much the bulls had. The bulls gave them a nut 1-2 punch, and all the bears had were these red candles. 1, 2, 3. 3 really substantial red candles since October 14th. 3 tiny sell-offs? Really? I don't know. I'm kind of laughing at this dip. It's a bit funny to me. You know what I mean? I heard lots of vitamin C, apple seeds, and broccoli to cut off feeding the cancer. I haven't tested any of those. Not to mention a coordinated news fun event. Yeah. Vitamin D and K2. K2? No way. Come on, man. That stuff is horrible. I hope maybe, or you're probably talking about something different. I don't know. Red Tide, don't lie. I love you, fam. Catch you on the flip side in the flat to double my BTC bags. God bless you, BEAMX. We love you, man. Focused and calm. Ivermet, yep. It's funny. Apricot seeds. Are we buying Bitcoin here? Doesn't the SEC allow everything to trade? I just lost 200 euros. I feel so bad. Don't worry. Take a deep breath. You'll be all right. I'm dropping more margin on my trade. I think an ETF is going to come through. Sammy Cup behind me. Got me, friend. I will not tell you what to do with your money. You got to figure that out on your own. I don't know your financial situation. Therefore, I am not a financial advisor. And look at down there. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. My next door neighbor had stage 5 cancer 5 months ago. Stopped sugar and started cannabis and is now regressing. Sugar is the end of it all. Yeah. Watch the documentary, The Truth About Cancer. Yeah. I take a black seed oil almost every day. And these are black cumin seeds right here. These are an ancient, old antioxidant. All right? Black cumin seed. You don't need a lot of them. A tiny pinch is all you need. Honey is also antiviral, but still buying Solana meme coins, right? 21 curving, touching the 50 in your opinion, Adam and Eve. So now look, the daily, it curves. See the curve there? And what I didn't like, I'll be honest, the 22-hour, which is my kind of go-to. And the 22-hour got overbought and told us that it was overbought. It's interesting, right? The 22-hour had some signs that we were going to get a move to the downside. Now, we could be in like a bullish megaphone. Let's see here. Now I'm going to start to experiment here a little bit with the shape. Now I feel like it was just a breakout, fake out. You know what I mean? Pattern's still intact. You'd be surprised. I've seen these happen, and then I've seen us break out even more and just continue to the upside. One thing I'm going to show you in a second, which will blow your mind, is the 4-hour time frame. So the 8-hour says more downside, likely to the 200 SMA. The 8-hour says it really would like to come test 38,000 and likely get into here. But look, we gapped down. We got into this fair value gap, right? We got into this VRVP, but we bounced back up to this high volume node. 42,000, continuing to hold at 42,400, So bang, right there. Yep, Sebi, Dr. Sebi, who, weird connection there, right? Everyone knows the whole Nipsey Hussle conspiracy there, but that's a whole other channel. I'm going to do a whole conspiracy channel. I love conspiracy theories. I don't even consider them theories. Most of them are true. But that's what I'm really, truly passionate about at the end of the day. That's what got me into Bitcoin. And that's going to be a whole nother part of my career as we extend. You know what I mean? And I'm going to talk about all sorts of things, deep dives, and we're going to have some fun. So I can't wait for that. Yeah. Shout out to TMC, man. Is he around? Is he here? Super nice to me, dude. I connected with the Martini guy. Nice guy. I consider him a good man. He's on my good side right now until he does something funny, so far. I always give people the benefit of the doubt. So let's flip on the moving averages and take a look at what's happening here. We bounced on the, what was it, the 6 hour? 6 hour, right to the 200 SMA. Look at that. Bing. Like to the T. You see? And then we got ourselves right back inside the pattern. Anyone who got a 40,800 Bitcoin, and there was just so many people on the sidelines that got to get gassed up, that was wanting to get into BTC. One thing I could say is this: we could be in this, and we could, leave this other kind of piece alone here, and we could be making this, and just bounce right back up to the top of the channel, come here, bounce, and then continue on our way to the upside. So I got two things, and throughout the day, we'll figure it out, And I'm all about having mixed patterns. It's like chess. Trading to me is like chess. I keep two ideas, and then I pick one that makes the most sense and go with it. All right? The timing of the dip was odd. You know what I mean? Currently long on Sol. Can you check it out? Shout out to Hulk, Solana. With a name like that, I hope you are. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle. Amen. Apricot seeds at B7. Conspiracy, give it 6 months and it's fact, right? I don't even like using the word conspiracy theory because it was coined by an organization to make you not know what the truth was. You know what I mean? Someone was saying the truth and they were like, that's a theory, that's a conspiracy. You know what I mean? The word itself is a conspiracy theory. The word conspiracy theory is a conspiracy theory. It's kind of an oxymoron, Yeah, the Fed was conceived over a sacrificial stone on Jackal Island. Amen. Yep. Jackal Island, man. It feels like a liquidation. I believe you in the macro, in the flag. Resi Rich lost 10K overnight with some open orders I forgot about. Back to square one, but you always inspire me with your positive energy. Talking about Edgar Casey. You really are the GOAT. Edgar Casey was the man, dude. You know what I mean? He sat there and made the most predictions of any human being in the world. Changed everybody's lives. I got into deep. YouTube used to have all the information. YouTube doesn't anymore. They scrubbed it. YouTube used to be the place where you could learn about the pineal gland. You could learn about what Santa Claus really is. All sorts of deep dives into the Kundalini. How to meditate and bring the vibrational, energy up through the spine. Using the heart energy and the chakras. How to heal broken chakras and get yourself to another level. That's a whole nother part of my life. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get back into Bitcoin. I don't know how we're getting off topic here. So we bounced off the 200 SMA here, and we got back inside the pattern. As long as we hold this trend line, all good. It doesn't matter that we fell down. None of that matters. But I know the key levels to watch for if we do lose and we continue further to the downside. And the 6 hours says there's more to come. We're not done yet, okay? That moves me to the 4 hour, which also says we're not done yet. We may have been bought up by the wick, but it could have been the first buy-up wick. Let's see the last time we had a big buy-up wick where people really right there, we would slowly eat over it again and have some dippage. But really, we haven't had a nasty wick like this in a long time. Right there, we would revisit it a few times, see that? Before we would slowly make our way out of it. So to me, 1, 2, dip, 1, 2, dip. This is the similar situation. It does, it's all about the moving averages to me. If we close this 4 hour candle in 25 minutes and 44 seconds below the 200 SMA, then I would expect more downside. I remember when these moves would hurt. Now they help. Get prepared for either direction. Always, guys. Amen. Hard to find a real tarot reader. The rabbit hole is very deep. Been down it for over a decade. You're speaking facts, lifer. Shout out to Jeremy Kinlaw. Yes, at 6 a.m. Central Time, Bitcoin hit 40,000. Amen. Gene Keys. Take it easy. Oh, come on. Don't have fear, man. Don't be in fear, Numi. See, you're someone who lives in fear. You can't live in fear. Buy the dip or wait for it to dip more. Well, I buy the dip, and then I have money for more of the dip. No explanation needed. It wasn't what it looked like, but thanks for being part of the journey. Always just tried to help. Best to you and the health to the family. Always in all ways. Happy New Year. Best of luck. Time to get it. Sim1, we love you. God bless you. Hope everything's going well with you and yours. Yeah, I honestly don't have any clue because I don't do the group thing. I picked up on what you're saying because I overheard someone say something, but I don't know. You know what I mean? My business is bigger than me now, which is kind of crazy. So things happen. I don't even know. I love you and I appreciate you and anyone that's been in my body. Been in my body. Been a part of my journey. Been in my body. Been in my body. It's kind of weird, right? But I love you and I appreciate you and everyone that's been part of my journey, right? Are we going to see more dump, buddy? That's the question, and I'm going to look at it right now. So we're about to close this candle below the 200 SMA on the 1 hour, all right? On the 4 hour. And we've already closed below on the 1 hour. However, we got a pretty nice dip back to the upside. What we're going to look for is some type of hidden bullish divergence or exaggerated. You're going to take this swing low and connect it. Now, last night we even had some, slight hidden bullish divergence, which to me looked like it was going to play out. But the smaller time frame, the 15-minute gave you the call. The 15-minute was pretty obvious that we were going to take a move. But see how this swings down on the RSI. But price action is a bit flat. That is a hidden bullish divergence slight. You know what I mean? It's not perfect, and it still swings down. It's kind of like, it's you have A, B, and C. It's like a C, and it's a bit of a stretch. But could still give us a bit of a bounce. It's just something to heed. It's something for me to pay attention to, but it's not amazing. It's not amazing by any means. Didn't mean to delete the whole RSI there. So do we get the bounce further up? We're going to have to move to smaller time frames. What's history tell us of the 4-hour dips like we just had? We will look at that. I mean, they're all different. You know what I mean? God bless the lizards. They need maximum help. God bless Hulk Solana. Amen. Manipulators dumped 100,000 Bitcoin in 1 minute. Short trading is criminal. It must be banned. We will go retest 44.5, then dump after the test of the former resistance. I don't say stuff like that. If you only had to pick 3 coins that you feel would 25x, which would you choose and why? EGLD, Multiverse X, great team, great rebrand. They're going back to 540. I like what's going on. All right, bang, easy right there, right off the bat. And I believe they will 25x from where they are now. Another one, GFAL, Games for a Living. Simple 25x in my humble opinion. Trip Hawkins started, one of the biggest gaming companies in the world, right? Electronic Arts, and he's going to do it again. And Digital Chocolate, I mean, the guy doesn't stop. And so, Games for a Living. And then Hello Token, the one that is the game show. How does that not 25x if it gets a hit and people keep watching it and it puts crypto on the map? So those are the 3 coins that I would look at personally. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Big banks, thank you for the $4.99. God bless you. Shout out to the 1,300 people on the live. Thank you for being here. Almost about to hit our channel. We hit 1,400, I think, last week on a Saturday night. That was our channel record, 1,415 or something like that. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Today, I made more money with the Crypto Lifer group chat giving free calls than I've made in 6 months of work. I saw that. Let's take a look at the testimonials here. And I woke up this morning to see an amazing testimonial. Like, it just blew my mind. People making more money than they made at 6 months of work from paying $99 in my trading group. Imagine that. Like, the opportunity that the trading group provides. And again, I bring a lot of people together. You might not just learn from me. You might learn from someone else in the trading group, right? But right here, look, I've been struggling with crypto trading for the past 4 years and been more clear about it. I lost all the money I had put into it for the past 4 years, which once I met Crypto Lifer and his ways of doing the charting with the SMAs, the game finally started to change for the better. Today, with the help of someone in the group that was giving me free calls about levels that Bitcoin could drop at like 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning while I was asleep, see? Together with Sam's strategies of SMA indicators and entry points, I was able to make more money with my positions than what I usually make in 6 months. Thank you, Sam and the Crypto Lifers. This group is absolutely something else and amazing. His 1,900% gain. So on a day where most people are freaking out, I'm getting testimonials that I changed someone's life, that someone made more money in 6 months. You know what I mean? This is why I do what I do for a living. Because these days I used to be alone just like you, freaking out in a dip. Now I wake up to how many people that I've helped and what has happened. Bang, bang, bang. And remember, there's people from all around the world in my trading group. So when I go to bed at 1, 2 in the morning, there's someone in that group that knows how to trade, that's there to teach you, that's there to show you the way. God bless everybody here. And thank you for being here. If you want to join the trading group, we make it super easy. We have the link here. I'm going to pin it in the comment section. And shout out to the channel sponsors, I Trust Capital. I want to bring them up right now. Amazing, amazing company. You can use your Roth IRA or IRA and move it right in today. Also, the way they are managed federally, the way they're regulated, they manage your funds extremely safely. Like, your funds are not like on an exchange where they can just go, oops. You're extremely covered by their funds. And they do redundancy. You got to just really like I Trust Capital and the way they do business. I like to do business with substantial companies that are going to be here for a while. I Trust Capital, link in that QR code. Check it out on the corner of the screen. If you want to join my trading group, okay, you want to hit the link here. I'm going to pin it right now. I don't know why I can't pin now for some reason. That's weird. It won't let me pin my link. I don't know why. Wow, one of you. Oh, so one of you could do it and I could pin it. See how it's not letting me pin my link right now? I don't know why. And now I'm wasted time and we lost some viewers. I'm about to give you the Bitcoin skinny right now. But I just want you to know, if you want to join the trading group, I want to make it easy for you. That's all. Also, MCKEY is where he shorted that and made gains. MCKEY is the place to be. All right? I'm telling you right now. MCKEY. Link right here in the comment section. Join MCKEY. It'll blow your mind. All right? Dude, they're not letting me pin my comments. What is going on? Why? I'm not able to pin my comment. I don't know why. Never happened to me before. I'm able to pin other people's comments, not my own comment. What's going on? What is going on? There it is. That was a glitch in the matrix right there. Shout out to everybody here, but join CryptoLifer.com, join MCKEY, I Trust Capital, and I got a newsletter that comes out every Monday, and it's awesome. It teaches you about mental health, you know what I mean? What I do to stay on track and stay disciplined. And it also gives you kind of a backstory of what's happening, what we're going over. You definitely want to jump in on there, all right? All right, I'm done chilling, all right? But I did have the show. We had a lot of people on the channel. I wanted to make sure that people knew the different things that they could get into if they wanted to, all right? Let's finish with Bitcoin. So the 1 hour time frame, getting a bit of a move to the upside. Do we get the bounce? The stochastics say we do, and we were supposed to, but we did not, all right? However, there's a slight hidden bullish there. It's very slight, but to me, it's a little bit. There's a pinch. There's a remnants. The 15-minute getting overbought, and this is where I start to go to the smaller time frames. Now, you got a death cross here. You're below the 200 SMA. Usually, you're going to go lower. So when we look at this, you got some descending triangle vibes right off the bat. That would break us down like so. And then we're going to move over further to the 7-minute time frame. The 7-minute also overbought and unable to get above the previous resistance. We're going to need this to be an Adam and Eve double bottom here and save our butts to the upside back to the 200 SMA by the end of today. Right now, it's not looking pretty good, right? We have a clear resistance for Bitcoin at 47,000, at 42,742. If we can't get back above that, expect more downside. That's going to be a problem, child, all right? And this, to me, has some descending feels, possible Adam and Eve. Possible Adam and Eve. So what am I doing? Am I going to long or am I going to short this? I'm buying the dip, personally. I'm a swing trader. I wait for really, really nice entries. I would have taken this if I was up because look at the 15-minute came up on the stochastics and you made a lower high. Then once I saw this candle close below the 200 SMA on the 15 and I saw the gap in the VRVP, I would have shorted right down to this. You know what I mean? It's simple. I short when we lose a 200 SMA, but I wasn't awake for this, sad to say, so I wasn't able to catch it, I went to sleep, and right around here, I was in bed, and it just, boom, right? You can't catch them all. It is what it is, right? But it would have been a beautiful short to the downside. What I did, though, is I was able to buy Bitcoin on the low immediately when I woke up this morning, a nice like $4 or $5 grand of Bitcoin, $4 grand of Bitcoin, and I want to buy another $4 grand later on today. You know what I mean? I don't see why not. So I just keep scooping up BTC until I end up with more Bitcoin than I ever thought possible. And then I trade these altcoins in the bull market. And I'm sure by the end of 2025, I'm going to look back at this time and realize that it was life-changing wealth for sure. And, everyone that rocks with me, I believe, is going to make gains through the discipline in which they instill in their lives. Through discipline and focus, you will make the gain, right? If you cry and you whine and, you make excuses for yourself, then you're going to be in the same place you were 2, 3, 4 years from now, all right? I'm just, you know what I mean? Tough love is hard love. It is what it is. Shout out to everyone here on the live. 1,314 people. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. 394 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. This ain't your average YouTube channel. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I'm here to motivate you. I'm here to push you. I'm here to get you to do something you've never done before. At the end of this stream today, you're going to ask yourself, why was I living that life I was living? You're going to realize you're more powerful than you ever were. You're going to realize that it's up to you to change, and you're going to start making a change. You're going to realize that I made a change. You're going to go through my YouTube channel. You're going to see 4 or 5 years from now, you're going to see my first video. You're going to see me with my funny hoodie on my chain, and you're like, who is this guy that turned himself into the lifer? And you're going to get inspired. And if you're not inspired by my story and my everyday life that I'm showing you, I do not know what could inspire you. Being able to go where I want, live where I want. You know what I mean? Whatever I desire. And you know what? I desire love and high frequency. And that's another thing. Once you change what you want, you won't chase the evilness. You'll chase the good. You'll chase the love. Right? So here's the deal. Now we watch the 1 minute, and we watch how we interact with the 200 SMA on the 1 minute time frame. And I kept saying to everyone, if these get really tight, if the moving averages get super tight, and the 200 comes into play, it's likely you're going to make a massive dump, right? So this is likely right here. Look, basically like a symmetrical triangle that wants to break to the downside. And look, you're losing this VRVP high volume node and falling off a cliff. So do we, so this is kind of where we stand today. The 1 minute time frame. It's oversold in the stochastics. We got right there. We got a div that swung up sideways. While that swung up, we did get a divergence. We got a liquidation, massive liquidations right here too. Okay, massive liquidations. Are there more liquidations? There could be. A lot of people were long. All right, let's take a look at that fear and greed index and see how it got extended, and find out what we're looking at too as well on the fear and greed. Shout out to every single one of you here. Thank you for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. God gave me this channel and gave me this time to be here with you, and I'm so blessed that I can share this moment with you in time. The greed is at 70. It actually went up. It was a little lower before last week, but since the last few weeks, it has gone down. But I started at 68 the last time I really looked at it, like 10 days ago, something like that. Wow, 1333 on the live stream, the 333. Everywhere I go, the 333 follows me around, and the 777. I love seeing this number, and it gets created when we work hard, baby. When we work hard. Shout out to everybody working hard. Who here? Put a 1 in the comment section if you're working hard every single day. Put a 1 in the comment section if you're doing everything you can to push yourself to the limit. Where's scare? Shout out everybody. 111. Shout out to everybody here. 1111111111. Wow, people just doing them. Amazing. 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 I'm setting up an appointment for the leverage class. Jump on in, baby. Get it done. Get it done. I'll put in a good word for you. All right? I'll tell my buddy that you're a buddy of mine. All right? It might hook you up a bit. Wow, look at everybody doing it. God bless you all for being here. All right. So to me, it looks like we're going to take a dump further to the downside here. Stochastics want to push down. The last time I did that, though, earlier today, we just kind of we didn't get the dump. This is MCKEY leverage trading right here. Again, do not trade leverage if you don't know what you're doing. I traded spot for over 10 years before I even looked at leverage, and I still don't even make a lot of my trades leverage. I do a lot of spot trading, and I have no problem saying that. I have no problems being a high net worth swing trader, man. No problems doing that. Everyone wants to be this amazing leverage trader. I don't know why. I've never wanted to do what everyone else does. I love leverage trading. It's fun. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. And you can execute on a small move and make gains you would never have made before. And when the market's kind of slow and there's not a lot, you can actually pull more, you can get that 10% win out of a 1% move. You know what I mean? It's just to me, leverage is just another tool to be used at the right time for the right purpose. That's all. You know what I mean? That's all. Everyone tries to make it something that it's not. But for me, that's all it is. You know what I mean? It's just another tool to use at the right time for the right purpose. That's all. Shout out to Jay Replay gifting memberships. Shout out to everyone who's gifting memberships to people today. You people are absolutely loving and beautiful. God bless each and every one of you for doing that. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to the 1,358 people on the live. Buy the dip season. Let's go. Yeah. My man, thank you. God bless. So let's keep moving forward. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP still suggests that there's liquidity to the downside. Wants to take us down to 38,000. I am eyeing 38,000 as a possible move. So here's the deal. Bitcoin, I don't care how bullish anyone is or what they want to show us. If we can't get above 42,787 right there, 42.8, expect more downside. That's going to be a problem. And right now, you kind of have chop. You have a VRV, you have a VRVP with the point of control that you're playing games on. And usually you pump up. See, usually when you're getting a recovery, you gap away and you pump up to the 200, you get away from it. When the 200 comes all the way down to meet price and you get tight, see, tight moving averages are when we move, but it's the trend. Right now, the trend is down and you get tight moving averages. Very likely you move to the downside. So what I'm looking at here is a likely short, possibly above this high. First measured move would be the length of the base of the pole. I'll take it just from there to there, really. But the gap says that we go all the way down to about 41,000. All right. So I'd be looking at this as a short, personally. And I gave a short yesterday. Funny, had we stayed in the short yesterday that I put out on BOOKMAP, man, the gains we would have been in. Who here took the short on BOOKMAP with me or learned about the short with me? Bang, bang, bang. Jamie, I love you, man. You're a funny dude. God bless you, man. Thank you for everything. Group's growing. I know it's a little more stress, a little more gardening, so to speak. All right. And look, right when I say that, we get the pump to the upside. Stochastics are, we did get saved. Let me see if I can see some type of the only thing that gets me going is a possible Adam and Eve, right? Double bottom. I'm not opening up a trade yet. I'm feeling this out. But they just liquidated a bunch of longs, a bunch of shorts real quick. Look at that. Going crazy. What I do is I will buy more BTC. Always a good day to buy BTC when it's red. All right. Not going to wait for it not to be red. You know what I mean? So, and look, I told you, I kept 100 grand in Tether on the sidelines for the dip. I did not want to go all the way in. Emailed SAG info to you yesterday. Also emailed you September voiceover work, but you never replied. My wife is working on it. My mom died on November 27th, man. 10 days later, my mom would die, bro. You know what I mean? He's like, your mom died. You never replied. No, I really appreciate it. My wife contacted SAG. It looks like I am going to be able to get SAG insurance. That's what she says. I don't even believe it because it sounds too good to be true. But it looks like I may be able to get SAG insurance because I'm broadcasting and I get paid. You know what I mean? So there's something going there. So I appreciate it. And look, I'll buy about $4,500 worth of BTC, right? And I'll just market buy in right now. And if you can't buy the dip, then available 1,200 Bitcoins. Yeah. Hold on. Something's going on. Let me just refresh this. Let me buy 1,200 BTC real quick. There we go. 0.10. And bang. Everyone's buying right now. Oh, hold on. I never seen that on spot. So, but usually I get a refresh and I'm good to go. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Damn, everyone and their mother trying to buy Bitcoin right now on the dip. Bitcoin making a nice pump back up to 43,000. And you never know, too, because people like the news, the ETF, there's just the emotions run high right now. You got people bugging out all over the place. Dang, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let me get that cheap Bitcoin. Did one order go through? This morning I already bought. Look right there. Buy. Bang, bang, bang. $4,000 filled. 42,160. Paul Pelosi is buying. I know, right? That's what's happening right now. Yeah, exactly. All right, so we got a huge reversal, right? Thank God I didn't open up the short, right? But I'm still not buying it totally. But I mean, it has that Adam and Eve vibe, see? So let me see here. I mean, technically you had the divergence, you pull back, and now you could pump up. The 1 minute, though, got rejected, then flipped the 200 SMA, which is interesting. See how you got back above the 200 SMA? It's a good sign. Let's take a look at the 5 and the 7 here. Is that enough for the V-shaped recovery? Back to the 200 SMA on the 7-minute time frame. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm looking for a flag now, a bullish flag that I can play. If you're going to get bullish on me, then show me the bull flag, right? We're on the 5-second chart now. You know, when price action gets heinous and moves a lot, I use the bigger charts. But look, still resistance here at 43,000. But we're still doing so good, 43K. Like, people are bugging out, and we're at such high levels. It's absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? Remember, we do super chat. I said it for the 99, super pumped. Thank you for jumping on it. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. And if you want to trade where we trade, learn what we learn, jump on in Crypto Live for MCKEY, I Trust Capital. Get it in today, all right? Get it in today, all right? Okay, moving forward. Shout out to everybody here on the live. So one thing I want to show you now, if you're watching Bitcoin, is we want to look at the DXY. Whenever you see Bitcoin doing something crazy, you want to take a look at the DXY. We're also going to look at US Tether dominance and Bitcoin dominance. These two things are going to be kind of juxtaposed to give us an idea of what's happening. Now remember, I looked at the DXY. I saw this bullish divergence. You see that I have it drawn here, right? So we were like, hey, does the DXY get a bit of a reversal here? It did, right? And why? Well, let's take a look. 4-hour bullish div. What is bullish divergence if you're new to trading and you're not sure? Bullish divergence is when you have the RSI moving to the downside from one swing to another swing, right? And you can double click the RSI and look at it by itself. You want to make sure that this angle is correct, and you really want to be working on that angle, right? That angle to the downside, nice and clean. You suggestively that it is, However, this angle is far sharper to the downside, all right? Far sharper. So it's a strong angle, meaning that if you continue this and you continue that, you have a divergence. If you go to the 3 hour, you'll probably eventually get an uptrend, which you do. That's a bullish div right there, right off the bat. You should get a reversal off of that 9 out of 10 times. Here you got it too. However, you did just hit the same kind of like channel, right? Which means we may channel further down to the downside. We're at resistance. You do not want to see the dollar get back above 102.67. If it does that, that's more pain. So if the dollar breaches this trend line, boom, it's going to 104.54. That's going to be more downside for Bitcoin. So if we see the dollar starting to make a bit of a flag, if we see it flagging out on the, on the 15 or on the 1 hour. So it's good to keep the dollar index chart up. Watch it throughout the day today. If it starts to flag out and make a bullish flag, then we know there's a chance that Bitcoin's more making a bearish flag. And there's a chance that we can't, we're not going to be able to get in. Okay. Like, it's good. We're going to get it down. We're not going to be getting pushed to the upside. We're going to get a move to the downside. All right. Ascending triangles, I want you to understand they are 50-50. They look really bullish and they look great, but they're 50-50 patterns that could go either way. Right now, you are oversold in the 5-second chart. Why am I on the 5-second? I'm looking for some probability here. I'm going to where I can find science and math, and I can find it here on the 5-second chart. Wherever I find science and math, I'm going to take it. So look, this is another flag to the upside. We could possibly trade this flag for gains on the 30-second chart. How my moving averages, they're not looking too bad. Suggesting taking a long position to 43,837. Stop would be at 42,782. So now I've identified a possible long here based off some probability. Ascending triangle, breaks up or down 50%. I got a 50% shot of making this trade. It's not amazing. I got a 50. However, we did reshape recovery. We did get above 200 SMAs. Usually when you've been pressed below 200 SMAs and you get back above them, you're going to get a continuation to the upside. I wouldn't be surprised if we continue up here to 43,823. This is the level that I'm watching right now. I'm happy. There we go. We are in the money right now. If you were able to jump on that fast enough inside of that move, come on, baby. Let's get the move. I want to see us all the way up at 43,863. Show me the money right now. Show me the money. Let's go. Right now, you're already in the money right now. To me, that is good enough, too. I would take that as a day trade. Call it a day. Bang, bang, bang. At 10x levy, I'm already in the gains, and I usually use about 19 to 20. So that's 7% gain right there. That's a 9% gain at 10x. At 20x, it's 18%. 18% trade, I'm out. That's all I need. Beautiful move to the upside right there. This is how we just identified a way to get into the trade. We didn't freak out. We didn't bug out. I calmed myself down and I looked for my strategy. My strategy is the 21-day moving average touching price, the stochastics curving, and a nice, a channel that makes sense to me. Now this puppy is moving to the upside. Who now is in the gain? Did anyone just learn something? Put a 1 if you learned something. Put a 3 if you made some gains. Put a 2 if you're just blown away. You're absolutely like, what is going on here? This guy just showed me what the heck is happening. And it happened. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right? And remember, move the stop loss to break even on vicious days like today. When I'm trading something like this, I'm on the 5-second. Stop loss is getting brought to break even immediately. Trade is now in the, you cannot lose this trade. The only thing you could do is lose the opportunity. Boom, boom, boom. I would even take gains right there. 10x leverage, 12% on a crazy day like that. Bang. All right. Now, what do we see? We see a little bit of bearish div. You see this? That isn't amazing, right? Doesn't mean it's going to be, but it says we may get a little bit of a dip here. Let's see if we can get this target. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. To my target, baby. Hit my target so everyone can go home and call it a day now. Shout out to the 1,440 people. This is why people come to this channel. Everyone else goes over the charts, tries to calm you down. I show you how to make actual money on the charts every single day. I don't play games with you. I win, I lose. You see my life. My mom died. My dad died. My mom died on Thanksgiving in front of me, just so everybody knows. It's my story. I've been fighting through the depression and the pain. And honestly, it's each and every one of you showing up. The 1,400 people here on the live, the 527 people, the $79 in chat revenue, the people that believe in me, that are keeping me going every single day, baby. Let's go! Thank you. From my family to yours, thank you so much for supporting the Crypto Lifer. You have no idea what you've done for me, for my mental state, my ability to push through. I don't mind being vulnerable. I don't mind talking the truth. I don't mind sharing who I am with each and every one of you. If you want to share who you are with me, jump on into my spaces every single Monday night on Twitter, spaces at 8. Let your voice be heard, all right? Let your voice be heard. Become someone that teaches others with your story, all right? I want to see each and every one of you there at spaces at 8. Join me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. About to hit 25,000. Let's go, baby. Spaces at 8, baby. Come on. Every single Monday night at 8 p.m. Monday Night Football is over. What are you going to do now? You got this void. You're going to jump into Spaces at 8 with the Crypto Lifer, and you're going to share your life with me. I'm going to get to know you. You're going to get to know me. We're going to really get down. Spaces at 8 is an intimate way to tell your story to other people and to be heard. Let my platform be your platform. Let my every single day of consistency help you share with the world. Jump on into Twitter with me today, Spaces at 8, every single Monday. I want to see each and every one of you there. Why don't you want your voice to be heard? You have something to say. Each and every one here in the chat, you have a genius code in you. Everyone here has genius inside of them. Some type of genius, some type of idea, some type of creative thought. We are all unique and have so much to give to the world. I want to see what you have to give. Jump on into my Spaces at 8. Help me change the world. Help me make connections. Help us find peace amongst us all. I'm telling you right now, Spaces at 8, all right? That's a call for glory, and I know we can do it together every single day, right? So there's a quick little trade. Nothing crazy. Still technically open, but a little sketchy at this point, but still in the money. Some people would peel off right now. I'd be peeling off after that first green candle. And I normally do trade live. I didn't take the trade. I just wasn't in the... if I had taken the trade, I may have lost the ability to give you the trade. I either had to, and at one point I decided, hey, I'm going to focus for them and not for me. And it is what it is. Had I run to my own, thing, I would have been trying to do my numbers, and I wouldn't be able to draw this fast enough on the 30-second chart to give you an edge. So I want you to have the edge. I don't, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's not about me making the gain. It's about you learning and figuring out what I'm showing you. I've done this thousands of times. I get it. You know what I mean? I've made a boatload of money. I'm a happy man financially. I want to make you a happy person financially. The commitment, $99, keeps you coming, and it keeps people from there that aren't serious. I ran a trading group one for $25. We had a lot of non-serious people in there that played a lot of games. I like the 99. It keeps it clean. It keeps it. Your commitment is real. You know what I mean? Like I go to college, I paid for every single semester that I went to college for because my education was important to me, okay? Now you can see the market slowed down a little bit. The volatility has ceased slightly, They just went and got some people on the side. They went and got people on the top. These are the late shorters that shorted a little late like we were about to. I'll be honest. I almost got caught with my pants down, but I slowed it down, all right? What'd you say? That's your job. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Okay, that was my wife, my beautiful wife, who's pregnant upstairs with my third daughter. I'm a 3-daughter guy. That's right. I try to have one more son to keep the legacy alive. And another girl, man. I'm a 3-daughter guy. But you know what? Both of my girls give me so much joy. And they love me so much, and they're so nice to me, and they tell me they love me every day. If I get another loving little daughter, that I'm just going to be so full of love and happiness that I'm blessed. You know what I mean? I'm blessed. So now I'm watching this flag as we interact with the 21-day moving average. If you get to know me, you're going to know how I use the 21 as a magical sauce, how we come back to it all the time, touch it, make a move. And look, I am on a very small time frame because that's how I figure out where price action is going to go when things get out of control. I shrink down into a smaller time frame. All right? Then we expand into bigger time frames. All right? I know what you're thinking about. The ladies in the chat, you're thinking about expanding and shrinking. Get your mind into the charts, all right? Get your mind in the charts. All right, so now look, we're tight inside this flag, okay? We're tight inside this flag. Can we break out of the flag? I'm not loving price action today. And look, there is that bearish div there that we pointed out that may start to kind of play down. You lose the 21, you pump right back down, right? And the only problem with being in the 30-second is it's almost like I like to use two different charts, because now what I'll do is I'll zoom out. Remember, we're watching the dollar index as well. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance and see what happened to BTC dominance as well. Bitcoin dominance is a chart that shows you how much money is in Bitcoin as compared to all the other coins in the market. When Bitcoin dominance gets a surge for two reasons. Bitcoin dominance goes up when Bitcoin pumps hard and when Bitcoin dumps hard. Why does Bitcoin dominance go up when Bitcoin dumps? Makes no sense, right? I thought Bitcoin had market share, because what happens is people are trading Bitcoin pairs, people are in altcoins. And a lot of people that don't want to leave the market, they just sell their altcoin into Bitcoin. And so as the market drops, it hits BTC, because people are trading Bitcoin pairs. A lot of people are. And so as the market drops, it hits Bitcoin pair stop losses. And the Bitcoin pair stop losses have to do what? Buy Bitcoin. Now, usually when the market drops, your altcoin could drop 10, 20, 30, 40%. But Bitcoin will only drop like 3 or 4 or 5, maybe 6% at the most. That's a huge move. So people jump into Bitcoin to save the loss so they don't get hit so bad, right? Bang. Now, when that happens, you want to be juxtaposing this chart with the tether dominance chart. So you want to be looking at USDT.D. And this will take you some time to get used to, but eventually you'll start to figure it out. And you want to be on the same time frames. And look, we've been talking about tether dominance. And look at tether dominance. On the daily wants to push up. On the 22 wants to push to the upside. And here you may want to come down. See, that usually tells me now that Bitcoin dominance may hit this, get a bit of a pullback, and then tether dominance gets a move. We'd love to see it get rejected by the 200 SMA, right? And we'll look at tether dominance on a bigger scale in a second. But so this tells me just to be careful. Now, if tether dominance drops and Bitcoin dominance, the money's going into the altcoins. But if Bitcoin dominance drops and tether dominance pumps, the money's leaving and going into tether. You see what I'm saying? So you do want dominance to fall back, but you don't want it to fall back while tether's pumping. You want it to fall back while tether drops. So you want tether and Bitcoin to dump, and all that's alt season. So if you can look at this and be preemptive, and so if you can trade, if you could trade a coin, if you could trade Matic, if you could trade this flag here to the upside because the Stokes are low and the probabilities we're going to break to the upside, right? I mean, slow Stokes in a flag, break to the upside. Like, that's the basis of really what I teach, really, in a nutshell, and then we expand from there. So if everyone here, you agree with that idea, right? Low Stokes move to the upside, right? So if the Stokes are low here and high there, it can kind of start to tell you a story that Bitcoin dominance is going to drop, tether dominance is going to move up, and people are going to be selling out of altcoins and Bitcoin. And we're going to, you know what I mean? And the DXY could get the pump. So you want to be looking at the DXY, Bitcoin dominance, and US tether dominance. And honestly, and then you throw in the Bitcoin chart, those 4 charts. And if you really look, you got to zoom out, back test, study. And how you do that is you look at the last time Bitcoin dumped to the last time Bitcoin pumped. And then compare these 2 charts. And then circle them. It will take you 2 to 3 hours of hardcore focused work. But once you do it, you'll have it for the rest of your life, and then you'll be able to understand. And then when it happens, you'll be able to juxtapose. You won't be right every time, but I'm telling you, I did this on my channel, and it's kept me very, very accurate for some of the biggest macro moves for Bitcoin in the last 2 years by being able to juxtapose Bitcoin dominance, tether dominance, and the Bitcoin chart, as well as the DXY chart to see if the money's flowing out. Because if you just use Bitcoin dominance, and Bitcoin dominance drops, you're not going to know if that's a major drop or people just running into the altcoins, right? I mean, but if you see Bitcoin dominance dropping and tether dominance dropping, you know the money can't go in anywhere but the altcoins. There's no other else it can go. However, if you see it the other way, where Bitcoin is dropping, but tether dominance is going up, then you know people are selling out of their altcoins too as well, and you're getting the drop. So these are the things that you want to pay attention to. These are the charts that will get you to another level. Anyone can kind of sit here and talk sauce to you. Teaching you is the key. I could pass away tomorrow. I want to make sure that everybody here remembers me as someone that gave them something that I had. You know, some knowledge, something, and it took me years to deep dive and figure all that out. Like, I didn't just wake up, and no one really taught me that. One day I just sat there, and logically it made sense to me. I said, if this asset represents this, and this chart represents that, and if I juxtapose these charts, I'm going to be able to figure out what's likely going to happen, right? Is that Constellation Dow? Isn't that people? And I always look at what coins are hot right now. Look, LDO still up, doesn't matter. Didn't even really dip, right? Which is interesting. Blur, which has been on my radar. I actually even looked at this, right, as a possible move. Blur is still sideways on the perpetual. The NFT marketplace doing well. I mean, that's a cup and handle. Blur looks like it could continue to the upside. I would keep Blur on the radar. Super, super strong coin. When it has a P on it, that's a perpetual, all right? So whenever you have a chart that I send to the trading group and it has a P on it, I'm sending you the perpetual, all right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. The SEC is holding meetings today with the exchanges NASDAQ, CBOE, and NYCE to finalize comments on the 19B4 as submitted by the BTC spot ETF issuers. Fox News. What's weird about that is that says 3:55 p.m. January 3rd, but it's not 3:55 p.m. here anywhere in the world. I'm so confused. I got to go find that tweet now and try to figure out why the tweet has a time that's behind time. Oh, it's Portugal time. That's why. It's 3:55 in Portugal. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie's like, my team just like, because we gave that to you in art. That's so funny, man. Scale was hot the last few days. Continues to get hot. Doesn't matter. I love Bitcoin dips, and let me tell you why Bitcoin dips are fun and interesting, okay? Whenever Bitcoin dips, I go here to CoinMarketCap. Really simple, too. Click on CoinMarketCap, go to the regular site, click on the 1 hour, and then I see what's hot in the last hour. And look, I'm in ORDI right now. ORDI continues to pump. I put $5,000 in ORDI, and I put it at 57. I'm up nice right now. Now you know this is something I might want to double down into. I might want to put more into ORDI because we had a huge dump and it didn't even lose any money. Doesn't that make you think that in the next 2-3 weeks from now, this thing will be at $160? It tells me that ORDI may be a really, really good buy. And so now I'm thinking of ORDI to add to the move. Wow, IC Computer continued. It went up exactly where we said it would. We said it would be at 14 from that $7. We're going to take a look at ICP. We talked about that. We went over it a lot the last 4 or 5 days over and over again. SCI, we were trading yesterday. They took us out, but they did pump it up. Arbitrum, the graph, Helium had all the miners coming out in the mobile network, right? And then A-Star, which I kept talking about. Remember, people talked about it. I kept going over A-Star. I kept A-Star. And then Near Protocol, one of my favorites. I bought more Near today and added to the bag. Optimism was also hot. Thorchain has been hot. Render has been hot. Sui, Celestia has also been super hot. Like, Celestia went to 15. Like, that's a dip buyer. Like, you know what I mean? People were begging for 12 on Celestia. So, Solana, back to 100. I mean, the $80 buy was people made 25% immediately on that dip already. Immutable X, like, holding $2. Like, a lot of these coins, just people wanted in so bad. I bought it back into Beam. Still up 0.29%. You know, down 10%, you know, but EGLD holding 60. So these are the top coins that to me are strong. And it's funny, these are the best times to find the strong coins. So I learned that when Bitcoin dips is actually the greatest time for me to take advantage of the market because it exposes the strongest coins that I can take advantage of, right? And that's what gets me going. So I want to teach you how every time there what feels like a negative thing, it's always a positive thing. There's no such thing as negativity. There's only failure, no feedback, right? It's only positivity. That's it. There's nothing else, all right? And you just, every time you go to a negative place for any reason, even if it's 0.015 negativity, it's not serving you. You know, the key, I believe what God wants us to learn here on this earth, right, is to learn how to be positive in every single situation, no matter what. My mom passed away in front of me. You know what I mean? Possibly by an injury, from, a medical injury. We don't know, but, it seems like it could have been highly likely. Anyway, the idea behind that is I could be sour as all heck and negative. I could cry myself to sleep every night, or I could say, you know what? I never have to go to an old age home and watch my mom deteriorate. Plus, for me, I know so many people that talk about watching their mom and dad die. I never have to do that again. My mom and dad are gone. Done. I could travel the world scot-free. If my mom and dad were still here and I was out partying in Bitcoin Miami next year and my mom was sick or not feeling well, or I knew there was something, it would devastate me. So I'm free of the burden of worrying about the pain of my parents from now. That's done, right? Positive thing. Another positive thing, my mom died with all her family around her on Thanksgiving. If I got a phone call that a friend of hers found her 2 days later, or I kept calling her phone and she didn't answer and I had to go find her myself because I lived the closest, it would have been me. I mean, I think that would have been even harder than watching her die in front of me. So I look at all the positive things every single time life tries to make me negative. I look at the positive situations in life and I turn them into something good. And that's just how you have to be to survive in this world. If you want to make it, if you want to be the best possible, you got to flip every single negativity into a positivity. Today is a dip. We got to learn to make opportunity. 5, 6, 7, 8 months from now, we'll look back at these times and these were the greatest buys in some of these coins, in my humble opinion. We don't know for sure, but it's likely. And so today is an opportunity. 7, 8 months from now, we'll look back today and realize today was a great opportunity. But if we get stuck in the negativity, if we get caught up, we won't be able to use the opportunity and we'll miss it. All right? And we will miss it. So mentality is everything. Super important. I see this as a possible descending triangle. They mainly break to the downside. 90% of the time, these break down. It's a descending triangle. However, Bitcoin likes to do funny things on descending triangles, and it is a bit of a double bottom, is it not? Showing strong support at 43,152. Just the other day, I kept saying that 43,300 was a big area that I didn't want to lose, right? And we're not that far away from it. See if we can flip the 21 moving average here. Let's take a look at some bigger time frames. The 1 hour, the one minute suggests that we pump. The 1 minute actually suggests that this is the flag. We broke out, came back inside. Now we're still good. Really kind of stressed though. The 21 really far away from the 200. Usually you don't like that to get too far away. But, there's a chance we just do a massive move to the upside right now. To back to 44,384, like right back to where we were. And we get the V-shaped recovery. I almost firmly believe sometimes they dip Bitcoin just to buy Solana. Just to get some cheap Solana. I mean, imagine getting Solana at 80. Like 88. And being up at 100 now, just dominating the game, right? 1 minute looks like we may get a move here out of this flag to the upside. Moving averages are a little far apart. That's what concerns me about the trade. 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio. If you go a little closer, it's a 6-to-1. I feel like I almost have to take this trade, even though I don't, Let me take a look here at the 1 minute. I like this little flag here on the 1. So you just calm down. Like, you can't chase the market. See, I used to just chase the market. Just whatever, I had no patience. It was all emotions. I had no ability to quell myself, and I hadn't made the money yet, and I didn't know how I was going to make the money, and I wanted to, I'm going to make it. I wanted to buy the Escalades. I wanted to buy the Cadillacs. I wanted to be the boss. But I didn't have the knowledge, and I didn't have the time, and I didn't have the risk management, and I didn't have the discipline. 44,543 would be the possible target here. And the stop loss would be at about 43,040. All right. I mean, I risk $100 for $500. I mean, I feel like it's like a no-brainer. You know what I mean? I can even risk, I can risk 76 bucks for $400. You know? And the liquidation is 41.96. Right? The stop is 43.40. All right. Let's take a chill here and look at any smaller time frame. 1 second coming down, kind of an. Take a look at the 1 second chart. It sometimes gives me some information. Bottom. This is tight right now, like about to break out. That breaks out, that gives me a good hope. I would have been up already at 286. Super high risk. We could double top there too as well. I'm not risking a lot. I'm risking 80 bucks. You know what I mean? I lose 80 bucks, but if this thing reverses, I get a nice chunk of change back. So I'm going to do proper risk management, and, you know, I'll likely lose $80. You know what I mean? And I'll be happy if I don't. Like, that's how I look at it immediately. All right? No, it's my time. I just thought, like, I always think of funny things that, like, look at things a different way. Look, that's how you make, I'm the king of 3%. I tell you guys. I'm almost there. I shouldn't say it. I'm not there yet. Spoke too soon. But that's how you make 12 bucks in 2 seconds. You know what I mean? That's a cup of coffee in a half a second, right? Bang, bang, bang. Okay. And look, just nice. I'm super, you know, and I play the 21. I play the low stochastics. I play a flag. I keep it so simple. Now, I've already seen what happened here, too. We got this Adam and Eve double bottom that tells me we could get a reversal. I see we're getting above key areas, and I could easily lose this trade. It's very volatile and a very high-risk trade. If you don't know what you're doing, do not take these trades. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I also make boatloads of money every day. I run multiple businesses. My life is going very well. I'm already up huge on the day. You know what I mean? If I lose this 80 bucks, I'll laugh about it. You know what I mean? So, you know, never compare yourself to someone else. You never know what their life is really like. I always tell the story. My wife used to work at a high-end suit business, okay? She used to get me these high-end suits all the time. Well, not all the time, but a few times. You know, one time this guy, dressed like me, ordered a beautiful 3-piece, same size as me, didn't pick up the suit. She called me after 2 months. They say, yeah, the guy said he looks like he could fit your husband. I walked in, they fitted me. The guy said he didn't even need to tweak it. He was like, gave me a shirt to go with it. I walked out, and like a week later, I was at a wedding in a beautiful 3-piece, just like, and I still have it. And you would have saw me, and I had the pocket square. You would have saw me and thought I was worth freaking, you know what I mean? And I was dead broke. My wife had just, you know. So you never know. Never compare yourself to someone else. You never know what the heck they're doing or how they're getting to where they're at. They could be renting the car from their friend, get out of the Lamborghini. They might not even be theirs. You know what I mean? And it really doesn't matter at the other time because nothing is ours. We live on this earth as a soul. We come in and we come out. We disappear. We really only borrow things technically. We never own anything. You pay for something, you grab it, but the money you never even own. The money just carries through you. You just kind of hold money for a while. Like, even when you say you're rich, it's really, you're possessing money. And look, the trade's up, the king of 3%. I told you I'm the king of 3%. Every single day, baby. You know what I mean? I beat the S&P. They call me Sammy, the everyday hitter. You know what I mean? I find a way to hit every single day. And these are smaller trades. They're not huge. But I just put $8,000 into Bitcoin, you know, and I bought $20,000 worth of Bitcoin like a week ago. And I don't play games. And you saw me buy a whole Bitcoin at 19,000, and I swing my change around. All right. I'm not trying to be a braggadocious, but I am trying to be a realist. I was trying to find the line between a braggadocio and a realist. You know what I mean? Too many fakers out here that just say stuff but don't show a dang thing. You know what I mean? I put my money where my mouth is. Look, we up. I could have lost this in front of everyone and been a clown just as much as I'm up. That $30 is as big to me as $1,000, $10,000. My reputation on the line right now. 1,500 people watching me live. You know what I mean? Let's get real. And I calmly work in the 30-second chart, 1-minute chart, showing you how to deep dive these little time frames, how to scalp a Reno, how to take it. All right? Here's my stop loss. Now that we're up a little bit, I shave it too. Now, remember I said I was risking 70. Now I'm only risking like 50. I just shaved some stop. And look how I can move the stop nice and easily with the trade. I love it. On a volatile day-like day, I would take 8% and move out. Call it a day. Bang, bang, bang. But this could end up being a massive V-shaped recovery that we catch all the way back to 44.5. We may have caught the one right now. There's a chance. 10% on the trade. Shout out to everybody who's making gains, baby. Let's go, baby! Woo! Sorry, I just get a little happy when I got 1,500 people on the live and we're banging on them to the upside, all right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's go, baby. I got 60K in Arbitrum. What we think? I don't know. Shaving the stop loss is such an important move in trading all the time. And look, even this. I mean, look at this. What I do here is I zoom in close. See, I would have taken that 40. I like to win. I like all green in my portfolio. Look, we're getting overbought now. We're struggling. Let me look at my 5-minute. My 5 minutes looking kind of funny. My 15 minutes a little overbought. Doesn't look amazing. Let's get back in. We're battling right now. Let me take a look at BOOKMAP and see what's happening to the order book. Where we at? And I lost my ball. And look, we got that massive short liquidation, right? Look at the short liquidation that occurred. It was insane. Look at that thing. They went at them hard. 42,860 now. Dang, we just lost a chunk. So that took my mind off. You got to be focused. And so what I do now is I'm working the chart now with my brain, right? From all the years that I've watched the market, nope, I didn't want to move that line. I want to move this line. And I'm starting to see development, right? Consolidative development. And I'm starting to see a trend line. And now, I'm making some more sense of the math here. Now I almost have another trade on my hands. Now a bit of an ascending triangle yet again. All right. Now remember, I can only lose about, 60. And if you want to check what you did, I can only $69 and I could gain $390 now. You know what I mean? So I'm always hedging against the risk. And people get into leverage and they're just like freaking out and they're like bugging. It's like trade it just like spot, nice and calm. Create a shape, create support and resistance, make your stop loss, make your profit. Just take a deep breath, man. You know what I mean? People get crazy. They let their emotions take over and they can't handle it. Relax. Ever since my mom died, I'll be honest, that level of emotion, watching her die, like this is just nothing to me. You know what I mean? This is like a walk in the park right now. Like, I'll be honest, like sad to say, but that's how it is. Shout out to everyone that sent in the super chat. At this channel, we really, really appreciate the fan funding and we call you out for it. Shout out to After Hours Investing for the 199. Man, 3-day cross. Nice. And that's Matrix AI, right? XNA, ORDS. Matrix Port flooded the market and Bitcoin dumped. It's on Twitter. You were right in your trade. Max Report intern did the Cointelegraph post stating that Bitcoin ETF was rejected. Millions were liquidated. Oh my God, what a bunch of clowns. Who would listen to that? You know what I mean? Yeah, like, OMAC, we love you, man. I appreciate you. Amen. I mean, that's a good sign that we'll probably get a reversal too. You know what I mean? But now, look, it's challenging the trend line. See, the Stokes are pointing down. Stokes, you got to hold me. You got to hold me. 1 second chart took a beating. And you got to be able to take it up or down, when you're trading lev. Like, you got to just be able to handle the movement. And you got to be okay with just, this one doesn't play out. I can take a deep breath. Sad thing is I may get stopped out and this thing rips. Okay. I'm okay for that. Like, I'm already ready for what could and could not happen. You know what I mean? I'm already ready for what could and could not happen. Shout out to a channel record 1,514 people on the live, 672 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it, baby. Let's go. And now we're down 13, 14. All right. Should have taken that 40 when I was up 60. See? I like to win too. When I'm out, I usually just take a green trade. Shout out to OMAC. Shout out to Jeffrey G. Shout out to Hulk Solana. SEI breaking out. Check it, boss. Happy New Year to all. Do the lifers know LimeWire? What's the team's thoughts about the project? Love you. I mean, LimeWire I used when I was a kid. We know the coin. We've played with it before. We've traded it. I think it's hot. I think you could do numbers in the bull market. It's interesting to me. Thank you for bringing it up. Lego My Sats 369. Sam, master friend has changed my life. Stop procrastinating and get with the lifers. Sam and master friend have changed my life. Shout out to Lego My Sats. Hey, and thank you for letting them know, man. Let people know that we have changed your life. Crypto Plumber, what's the history tell us of the 4-hour dips we had? I'd have to do a really long deep dive there. Shout out to Sim1, we love you. If the world was round, then why aren't the soles of the shoes concave? If the world is round, then why aren't soles of shoes concave? You're funny. Just 800K from NGN. Can you check the chart from NGN? Texas Wheezy. Lost 10K overnight with some open orders I forgot about. Back to square one, but you always inspire me. Shout out to Resi Rich. God bless you. And Hulk Solana, again, currently long on Sol. Live, Laugh, Love, STX, and Sneaky Pete Vaporizers. And Michael Hoge. He said, I signed up for tutoring with the other day, but there was a schedule error, and I still haven't been able to reschedule. Just email my wife, cryptolifers@gmail. She will treat you like her own, and she loves me, and you're working with me. Sure, she loves you. So by default, she's going to do everything she can to help you. So email cryptolifers@gmail, explain your position, and you're all set. Even if you know, you could also informally go to cryptolifer.com, go to the contact, and put in your contact there, and you will be ready to rock. Let me show you here in the comments. If you hit cryptolifer.com and you go to the website, you can always contact us here through support at any time you want, and hit this button right here, and we will be there for you, showing you what's happening, breaking it down like we do. All right. So, and you can ask any question you want, and someone will be there for you immediately. All right. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We're going to deep dive these super chats. That's what we do, and we're going to have an absolute blast. I can't wait. I hope you can't wait, and together we're going to break it down. All right. Having a little bit of funny network issues today too. Just BOOKMAP acting up a little bit. I gotta I'm trying to get it to quit, but there, did it? No. Doesn't want to quit right now. For whatever reason. But it won't show me my bubble. It froze. I'm still live, right? Yeah, I'm making sure. I'm like, geez. You never know over here. Over here. Control-Alt-Delete, which can I do that while I'm live on the task manager? Can you see that? What did you guys just see right now when I did that? BOOKMAP, right-click, end task, right? All right. Weird doing that when you're live. What did you guys just see when I hit Control-Alt-Delete? What happened there? Matrix on target. Remember, men and women can't lie, but the charts don't lie. Amen. I love that. SOFI stock, SOFI Stadium, right? Doing damage, all right? So there, I got stopped out, right? Yeah, about to be. Flat, double top, see? Unable to get above resistance, 43,559, all right? Yep, I got ticked. It happens. So I was scalping. I was up $50, okay? It's all right. It's all right. It's volatile today. That's what happens. Take it easy. The key is not to lose a lot of money. I don't have to revenge trade this now. Tomorrow, in the next few days, I might find a better setup. Everyone's like, well, I'll miss the big reversal. Who cares? You know what I mean? Your life is a select part of many days, you know? Every day doesn't have to be the day you make back the first day. Specifically in trading, all right? Look at that, nasty move. It's a day like today where like I'm always watching price action, attempting to figure out what's happening. So we had the move. We just could not get back above that resistance. We got a nice little pump though. Things were going well. 30-second chart made gains. I should have jumped in there. It would have been nice. But see, that was enough to make some gains. Trying to see if I have some hidden bullish in a way. You kind of do this swings up while that swings down. You have hidden bullish on the 4 hour on the 1 minute. And now you could possibly do an inverted, right? Break on out. And a lot of times when I'm looking for my charts, I get rid of the moving averages because I want to see the market clear. All right. Always take profit, man. I love dips immediately increase the gains, bro. Are others not performing similarly? Buyers are taking the drops. The velocity didn't pay as much on that drop. Looks like we completed wave 2. We still need 2 more drops to make 5 waves. I don't buy into any of that Elliott wave stuff. I really don't. I was with a class of like 50 Elliott wave traders, and I out-traded every one of them, and they had no idea what was going on by the end of it. And maybe you could incorporate it into other parts of trading, but I don't buy into it at all. Like, it just like, I'm always like, nah, dude. But again, I'm sorry, and I don't mean to be rude. I think fibs, supported resistance, and moving averages just are so, and measured moves and patterns are superior, but maybe I'm wrong. You know what I mean? But I'm scared for the last bear. People try to outdo TRB today. I know, right? Some of the alts just don't care about the dumps. I know. Max paid dummy Bitcoin goes to 32.35. Still a lot of people on the sidelines that didn't get their prices and are they're happy to get in. You know what I mean? Days like this, I just like the DCA my long-term holds. Saw this flickered. That was weird. Too much emotions getting on right now in the market. In my opinion, I'm just a degen though. Same thing, man. Yeah. Today is a homework day. I mostly use Elliott waves as an additional top and bottom confirmation. Yeah, after you found the top or the bottom. I just very rarely meet an Elliott wave trader that has their before and after video where they show me what was going to happen and it happened. Like, they're always like, well, this was what was going to, and then we did this, and then we'll do that, and then after that we'll do, and it's just like, all right. You know what I mean? I did call this beautiful pump back to the upside. We caught that in that flag. That was nice. And then we got this little move. Now we're kind of in this like broadening falling wedge. Or, my old idea, the falling wedge that broke out, broke back inside, and then continues to the upside. We see this many times. And we will continue to pump. Such a wacky idea, but and it has the half of an inverted head and shoulder already now. If we make a right shoulder here, if we come up, make a head, make a right shoulder, I may take another trade, right? And usually that's going to make an ascending triangle. And you'll move on out to the upside. That has a bigger measured move. And I could be way off and completely wrong here. I'm not saying I'm like, but the thing is I've done this hundreds of times, and I'm 80 to 90% of the time it fills out, Today is homework day. Days like today, I know people have said that though, and they said that, Blockchain Back, I know he's a great guy, and he's a great Elliott wave trader, but did I ever watch him put any of his money in the market? See, everyone says these traders are amazing. They're amazing traders, right? But I've never watched them say, hey, this is the bottom. I'm putting in 50,000 to 100 grand of my money. You guys watch me pile in my entire net worth into Bitcoin from like 16 to 19,000, like 5 grand here, 10 grand here, then the whole Bitcoin at 19,000. Like, I put my money where my mouth is. Like, I never see anybody do that. Like, I just don't. You know what I mean? I see CryptoFace making big trades. He's a guy. I see Jason Casper putting his money out there. But I don't see a lot of these people that everyone says are great traders. Like, I just don't see them make actual macro moves that change their lives. Like everyone can make 20, 30, 50 grand swing of leverage. But do you invest your net worth into an asset at the right time? See that, because soon, if we all get where we're going to be, we hope to become multimillionaires and billionaires. If everyone here ends up being worth 50 to 100 mil, I don't think you want to sit and stare at the charts every single day for 10 hours a day. You're going to be wanting to go to VC meetings. You're going to be wanting talking at maybe at events. You're going to be wanting to go in places. Doesn't mean you're not, and you're probably going to hire traders at a trading desk to trade and have a hedge fund. Like at one point, you want to get so rich that you don't have to sit in front and trade anymore. You know what I mean? I hope I get so rich I don't ever have to draw an inverted head and shoulder at one point in my life, right? I can hire someone to do that for me. I can have a whole freaking fund of traders below me, and I can come check on them. You know what I mean? And some of them might be not as good and not as bad, but we'll get there. And so the idea is to get, wealthy enough that we remove ourselves from the daily tasks and get ourselves to another level. And once that happens, you need to know how to invest, right? And yeah, you can hire investment firms, but you're going to want to take control. And so for me, we need to know how to park large amounts of money at the right time in macro markets, because that's really what's going to change. That's how we're going to eventually get from 100 mil to $1 billion. You know what I mean? And really step our life to another level. And so I'm about getting to $1 billion. That's what this channel is about. I am on my way to $1 billion. And I say that without trying to hurt anyone's feelings, and I don't mean to be rude. I'm going to be a billionaire. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do what it takes to do it. I'm going to work 7 days a week. And again, I want to change the world. Why do I want $1 billion? I like the whole space thing that Elon Musk is doing. I'd like to get involved. I'd like to make a spaceship. I'd like to spend it on whatever my curious mind pushes me into. And I'd like to never be curtailed with my curiosity. I don't want money to stop my curiosity. If I want to be able to build something and do something amazing, I want to be able to do it. And if I don't have enough money to do it, then that's not fair. So I don't want the money to buy yachts. I don't want the money to, own Bugattis and drive it around. That's cool and all. I want the money. I want to become a billionaire because I want to be buddies with Tom Crown. All right. He's a secret billionaire. You guys just don't know. He just plays it on the low. No, but I want to be a billionaire because I want to be able to do whatever my insane mind wants me, build a spaceship and go to Mars. That's going to take some money. You need more than $1 billion probably. You know what I mean? So that's the idea behind it all, right? So shout out to Tommy in the house. Shout out to Tom Crown, my buddy, my partner in crime over here, Tommy. We've talked about being vice president and president. Well, look at Price, Crown, Price. I mean, it would sound so nice. You know what I mean? And we'd be the blockchain party running the show, right? So Bitcoin, previous resistance becoming support, resistance support, attempting to SR flip with a 1 minute time frame at 42,800. And it's all about the eights. All right, let's pull a fib here and see what this fib looks like. It's sitting at a golden pocket, 618 Fibonacci retracement. Might be a nice place. Might come down to the 786. I'm a golden pocket guy. I like my golden Paquito. All right. I want to install machines for Make Water. I love it. Billionaires Club, baby. Who here believes they could become a billionaire? Who here truly believes that there's no reason in life they can't make it to $1 billion? They're going to print money out on $1 billion is going to be like a million, like maybe 40, 50 mil at that point, right? So I really just want to say I want to be worth 100 mil. I want to be worth $1 billion. It's crazy, right? But we have to take into account all the money they print. But who here believes that there's no reason why they can't become a billionaire? You can become a billionaire. You can, you will, you are the best. I don't want to be a billionaire. Amen. I have $1 billion safe, Moon. Does that count? Hey, you never know. I'll create a technology that will increase the size. You're so ridiculous, man. Tom is a good trader and helps people, not trying to rug people like banter. Shout out to Crypto Bros. And I just read that. I didn't know. I didn't want to put down banter or anything, but I like Tom Crown, man. You know what I mean? Hey, lifers, let's look at INNOVA, Nick G. Super chats or coins are closed. Shout out to Lakochi Coker in the house. I'll be a millionaire by the end of this year. That is facts. I have 2K. How long will it take me to become a billionaire? You never know. However long, you know what? It's up to your mind. If you're not a billionaire, you can't give away 500 mil. How many billionaires on earth? Ask ChatGPT. You know what I mean? Let's find out. You got to have ChatGPT at all times, right? I always misspell things when I'm live. Every time. Because I get like people watching me spell and I'm going to, so you mess up. How many billionaires on earth? What, like 500 or something? 2,800. However, keep in mind that this number could change due to fluctuations in net worth, new billionaires emerging, and changes in the global for that. Yeah, but about 3,000 billionaires of the billions of people in the earth. But I'll be honest, how many people work 7 days a week the way I do with their own company and stuff like that? A very small percentage. So I'm already cutting. I have a high. I can get there. Like, I have a chance of getting there. Highly educated, well-driven, extremely disciplined, and determined. I think if anyone can get there, it's me, man. And you guys, too. Anyone that puts their mind to these things can get there. That's what I want you to believe. All right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Shout out to the channel sponsors, I Trust Capital and BEAMX. Why I really like BEAMX, number one, you can trade the S&P 4X. You can't do that anywhere else in the same exact place, and Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So they make it awesome to do. No one else really does that. I really like BEAMX for that reason. You can see Bitcoin bounced off the golden pocket, the 0.65 or the 0.618 right here, attempting to try to get some flow here. Do we have an inverted head and shoulder? Can we get the push to the upside? You could say we're kind of in this bigger wedge now, a chubby wedge. I call these chubby wedges. All right. We did a kind of an Adam and Eve here. We did have a reversal. We broke above the local resistance at 42.8. Got back to 43,000, which was pretty hot. Got all the way up to 43,574, which really wasn't that far away from like some of the yesterday's prices. So, you know, and look here, shoulder, head, right shoulder. We may be making a tiny inverted head and shoulder on the 30-second chart now. I see one. I spy with my little eye something interesting here. Who here is fascinated by the charts the way I am? Just absolutely fascinated by the way the charts work. I'm looking for a right shoulder here for a move to the upside on the 32nd. We'll take it one step at a time for Bitcoin. All right. Let's jump on into the super chats. Please follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I greatly appreciate it. And you know, I want to do something nice today. We got a lot of people here. It's time we do something amazing. All right. We're going to hook somebody up. $100 BTC. All right. $100 at BTC. We'll do trivia. Who wants some trivia? Let's go. All right. Who wants some trivia? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I got it. It's weird because I got the trivia, but I don't know the answers to the trivia. So then I have to ask. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, here we go. This one's easier. I like to do this. It creates the chat goes crazy when it is. I'm going to write a number down from 1 to 100 and a letter from A to G. All right. I'm going to write a number from 1 to 50. All right. I'm writing the number down right now. And then I'm going to write a letter from A to G. Whoever puts the number and the letter, and I see it. You might put it and I don't see it because the chat gets out of control. So someone's got to put the number and the letter, and I wrote it down. I will not change it, and I'll show you it, and $100 BTC. All right. Wow, the chat's going out of control right now. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm looking for it. Ooh, someone got real close. I see two people got real close. Well, and you might have written it. I have to see it, and so it's whoever I see and just get. So it's just, you know, someone might have said it already, but I can't say who said it because I'll never be. So I just have to kind of whoever I see. Where's the trivia part? Well, I changed it at the last second, man. You could figure that out, right? You were smart enough to figure that out, right? Yeah. And so you realize that I switched from a number letter from Twitter. You know what I mean? From trivia. I'll still do some trivia. You got excited for trivia. I get it. You were really like, I want to do trivia, and you didn't get to do it, and you got it. You know, I get that because I get excited for trivia too. All right. I still don't see it. I still don't see it yet. It's getting close. Someone's got to do it. It's a strong pairing. I'll give you that. It's a really strong pairing. Oh, I think I found it. Oh. I gotta see it. There is a chance I never see it, right? And we just do this all day long. And the person that put it out, I never get to see it. Oh my gosh. What this does is this rips the chat rate to 1,000. The chat rate is out of control right now. And YouTube loves that, right? And I give back, you give back, and we have fun. So, and then we're going to do all the super chats. And we're going to get every super chat done. We're going to get every single super chat done. All right? I got to get this done fast, though. I don't want to lose people's attention span. People have only so much attention left in them these days. There it is. Nope. It was almost it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I don't see it yet. Imagine if someone just came in and they don't know what the heck's going on. They're like, what are these guys doing? You know what I mean? Like, if I just showed up and I saw these, I would be like, what is going on? I wouldn't be able to figure it out at first. I'd be like, what is, like, you know? Like, if you just showed up to this YouTube stream, you're like, what is going on with these people? Like, that's why YouTube is amazing. You ever jump into a stream you don't normally go to, and you're like, what is, and like, you see something like this, and you're like, what are they doing? Like, and you could tell the community already knows each other. They're all set, like, you know. All right, this is getting crazy. I got to be true to myself, though, and pick the real number. I don't see it. You want to pick someone, babe? Yeah, we got to move on. Wait. No, because people are like, we got to, like, find the number, though. Like, just scroll till you see the number. It's got to be there. Someone had to have done what I've asked. My wife goes, not cool. All right, we're moving on. I will ask the chat, do we move on? Do we move on and pick someone, or do we wait to find the exact number? I can't believe I don't see it yet, though. It's so simple. It's like, it has to have happened yet. Someone's like, calm down. My wife gets me stressed. You notice how stressed she gets me? She stresses me. She stresses me, man. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. All right, we got to give 2 people then. 2 people are getting $100 in BTC. 2 people. We're giving 2 people for all the insanity that's going on here. I still can't believe I don't see the number yet. Like, I just don't understand. Like, this is insanity. I've never seen a chat like this in my life. Like, this is insane. All right. Muscle Man Miracles. All right. I picked 44G. G44. I thought G44 had a G44, right? But Music Man Miracles. 44F. I'm just throwing you in there because, you know what? We can't go on all day. And then, you know, now people are going to put it in, right? Yeah. And then we're going to go back here. And, baby, you pick someone. All right? Yep. Ace Trades. 8 trades? 8? 8 trades and Music Man Miracle, right? Music Man Miracles and 8 trades. Let's go. Both of you won $100 of BTC. Please email my team. We're going to get your Bitcoin address, and today is, Wednesday. By Friday, we will make sure you have that, hopefully by sooner, but just give us a day or 2 because sometimes it takes me a second to get everything organized. But you're going to get hooked up, 100 BTC to both of you. God bless you. Hey, you know, you could use it to trade, use it to do whatever you want, use it for a long-term hodl, whatever makes you happy. You just got in to BTC. God bless everyone that shared their time and their numbers. We appreciate it. We did make that right shoulder on the 30-second chart. However, we didn't really get the love. However, we did slightly break out, and we breached this trend line, which tells me that we can slowly crawl to the upside. Bitcoin getting really, really quiet. You know, price action kind of slowing down a little bit, but looking interesting. A lot of lines, I'll tell you that. Let's get rid of this yellow one just because I have a point of control there. And again, the work that I do in the smaller time frame, it disappears when I get into the bigger time frame. Like, you got to know how to work the work. You know what I mean? So you're not, you know, this could be, look, shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. It can resemble what is a complex inverted head and shoulder for a break to the upside here. Neckline would be somewhere there. This would get us out to that next resistance at about 43,340. That was the key level that I didn't want to break just 2 days ago. 43.3 that I kept talking about. All right. New coin, poop on you. You guys are funny, man. You guys are so mad. 97B. No offense. G44 is not an obvious pair. One love. You're funny, man. G44. The 44G. You know, I don't know. I thought it had a nice ring to it. Anyway. All right, I'm going to start doing these super chats. God bless everybody here. I don't know. It's 12 o'clock. I didn't know how it got to 12. I was playing games, I guess. But God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. We did hit a nice Bitcoin trade to the upside. Definitely got stopped out right there. If my stop was a little deeper, I'd still be technically at break even right now. But I played this flag here in just that little move. And eventually I did get stopped out right there. All right. But no worries. I didn't go too crazy. All right. BEAMX, please, Sam. Anytime. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here and appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. All right. All right. Bitcoin was 44G. That's why I said it much sooner. Was that 44G? You're funny. Can you go over cardios? Cardios? That's it. I don't know what that means. All right, let's take a look, see if I can find in the chat. Chat has slowed down a little bit. If I can get an admin to send in the chat, the super chats, so I can see them. Be back soon, bro. Shout out to Amantis Brutons. We love you, man. Thanks for sharing. Kadanas over here. Kadanas. Thank you so much. Wild drop during the night. I know. Will you ever possibly do a live stream with Jason Casper? You're both. We've done one twice already. Yeah. And he's been on my channel. Yeah, he's been on my channel twice. When Bitcoin pumped up to 21,000 the crazy night, he was on my channel. I Twittered him and he jumped onto Zoom and then we were live together. And then he also did an interview on my channel. So yeah, we've already, and we were on ATP together at one point. All right. Can I get an admin to post these super chats, please? Anybody, Lakochi, anybody out there? I want to jump into these super chats and get them done. I don't know them. I can't see them. And I'd have to scroll so far back to get them. I need someone with a wrench to throw down the super chats, please. Anybody out? Anybody out there? We got to get down the super chats. 1,324 people. Help me get this show moving. Let's go. I'm getting antsy. I want to move, baby. I want to move. All right, I'm just going to go find it myself. I can't wait any longer. All right. All right, let's take a look at BEAMX, INNOVA, SOFI stock, MAN, XNA, ORDS. So I'll take ORDS, XNA, and MAN, and then we'll be able to get back. And BEAMX. Super chat. So nah, I think you're missing a few here though, and maybe not. Thank you, Shano. Appreciate you, brother. I'm just posting these to you, Jamie, just so I can see them without having to go anywhere. All right. And we usually get the super chat sooner too. I was a little excited by the amount of people we had on the live. It was pretty crazy. All right. Thank you, Jamie. God bless you, brother. Let's take a look at STX, USDT here on MCKEY. Now, ordinals have been pumping. Last time I looked at ordinals, I did this. I said we're going to go one or two ways. We went sideways, pumped up, pumped back down, got the dip by 128, and then ripped right back up. So you can see this Bitcoin dip, there was so many people excited about these new coins, and the new coins were getting so much steam, and then people were like, they all went a little too high. So a lot of people had limit orders waiting to buy at certain prices. So when Bitcoin dipped, it brought these coins down, and they all just kind of went right, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing continues to go to the upside. Just like ORDI held 80, This is part of it. If you can understand what's happening with BRC20 tokens and Bitcoin, then you can understand why STX, ORDI, and Alex Labs are the trifecta that's going to continue to pump. You know what I mean? They're the trifecta that's going to continue to pump. I would watch this. I wouldn't jump in immediately if I didn't buy the dip. If I bought the dip, I'd just be super happy. But I'd be keeping an alert here and watching this consolidate. And it's very likely that of all the coins out there, this one stays on track, this one continues the narrative, and this one gets to $2.41. So I'd be watching SDX very, very closely. The bearish tones is you're really getting far apart on the moving averages, and eventually you will get a pullback. You get up here, I would see a bigger pullback at one point, but it does look like 241 is the target, all right? Let's take a look at Solana after it bounced all the way back up. And did Solana use the 6-hour 200 SMA too? Pretty close. Looks like he used the 4 hours. So Solana bounced off the 4-hour 200 SMA, 19% gains for anyone that jumped in on the low there and got an $83 Solana. And it was just $124, which, can you believe? Like, if you told me you were going to be able to get an $83 Solana, I would have said, yeah, it's probably unlikely. So unlikely things happen in this market all the time. However, you have a low, you have a high, you have a low, you have a lower high. You would assume a lower low. You did get a wick, but you did not close the candle. Interesting. Massive move from 20. Solana did a beautiful 6X. Absolutely amazing. From September, end of September to the end of December. I mean, October, November, December, 3 months, 6X. 6X your money in 3 months, you can't beat it. You put 100 grand and turn it into 600 grand in 6 months. I mean, that's amazing, right? I'm not saying I did that. I'm just saying that's it. But look at, look, I mean, I feel like that was a wick off and we're kind of still inside. I'm looking at this bigger chart. I got rid of the moving averages and take a look at it on a bigger time frame and just soak it in. Soak it in the big time frame. And let's see what really happened to Solana here. Double click it, take this off, and look at the chart. There's so much in the chart by itself before you even slap an indicator on. Any trader that's been trading for a long time can get a lot out of just the chart alone. Nothing else. All right. Okay, take a look. So the 3 days away from the 21. Usually when you pull back for the 21, you're going to have to come back to it. Right? And then I wouldn't be surprised if we come and retest one of these two key levels. Now, if we hold above 98, that would be amazing. You know, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did see a 77, 74 Solana. Right? 3-day chart says we could definitely do that. Let's look at the stochastics RSI. Oh, they're a lot lower than I thought for the 3-day chart. That's actually pretty bullish, but the RSI is a little high. 2-day charts got lower, but the RSI too as well, and you're away for the 21. You bounced off the 2-day 21, which was also the 4-hour 200 SMA. See how that? They were the same thing? Yeah. Hey, Crypto Liver, have you heard of Monad? No, never heard of it. CME gap closed. Yeah, and we closed the gap on the CME too, right? We'll look at the CME gap too for Bitcoin. Mine as well. Not right now, but later on in the show. Crazy. 1,225 people is our light watching now at 12:07. That's insanity. Milestones every day when you're pushing. Today would be the biggest live stream we ever had. So it's like every day is a milestone when you're going after your goals and your dreams. How could I be depressed today on the day that, you know what I mean? Yeah, my large portfolio took a hit, of course. You know what I mean? We're talking big money down, but I'm not stressing that. You know, that money, the portfolio was also way lower 6 months ago, right? Let's think about where we've come and where we've become. Don't focus on just today in the present moment in time. So the daily testing, the 200, so you got two things going on here. You're hoping you can consolidate this way and not that way. Either way, Solana is definitely a buy in any of these dippage. That would 82 was a beautiful move. Can we get 77? There's a chance we do go lower and we reset these levels. But right now, I see a really sharp channel that may not give that angle back. All right. So I watch Solana for the next 4 days, 5 days. 5 days from now, we're either going to be here or there. I mean, that's just, or a massive pump back up, right? There's a chance this is a little flag and we continue. If we break back above 120, I mean, we're gone, right? So, but if we fall back, then I see Solana, a nice swing trade from 89 back to 143. If we go sideways, I see a nice swing trade from 112 all the way to 177. I don't see us going lower than $78, $77, but you never know. So that's my deep dive in Solana, and that's how I'm going to handle it. I'm doing exactly what I just told you, all right? And I plan on swing trading a pretty decent bag. Like, I'm trying to swing trading about 100 grand of Solana. I just want to make 50, 60K off of it. That's all. That's my goal. Nothing crazy, all right? Who else switching over? 2K liquidated loss. Wonder how much. Yeah, what a weirdo, man. Too many weirdos out here, bro. Anyway. Let's finish the super chats. We're not done yet. I want to take a look at, and again, we have other charts too. You might find a coin that you never heard about. And I may even find an awesome trade right now while we're doing this. So this is what we do every day. We get together and look at the hotness together, and then we find out what's hot. So LimeWire did that beautiful move, 22 all the way up to about 51. Now pulling back on the daily time frame. I'd let this thing continue to pull back. Below the, yeah, I'm looking for the 200 SMA. Yeah, that's a rounded top. So I would just watch for this to come down to the local fib. I'd wait for that 786 and the 200 SMA on the 4-hour before I even thought about it. Yeah. This area would be my buy zone for LimeWire. Something around there between about 30 and 33 is where I'd be watching it. And I believe it'll, well, I don't know what I think, but the charts convey that you'll get a move continuation to 64. That'll be a nice 100% gain at the point. All right. Start the day with gratitude and push on from there every time. Shout out to Robert Cox. We love you. We appreciate you. All right. Email cryptolifers@gmail.com to get your BTC. All right. AVAX and Matic on sale. Don't miss this opportunity. First BTC block was mined 15 years ago today. I know Bitcoin is 15 years old today. It's so weird to me. I remember when it just got started. I learned about it in 2016. It was like 5 years old or something. I guess it was already like 7 years old, but at the time it just seemed like, live in light, love, and positivity and trade at your highest frequency with the lifers. Amen. So LMWR, LimeWire on my radar. Let's continue to move here. SEI. So I would not be trading LimeWire today, right? Obviously. Different coins, different strokes for different folks, different lines for different times, all right? Wow, so there's that flag we looked at yesterday, and this thing and there was the flag we were in yesterday actually on the perp, which got that little dip off, but we did get the move up to 86. So SEI has just been hot, right? Doesn't matter. Wants to continue to bump, but it's almost like on a vertical line. You think eventually it's going to get a divergence and have to pull back. Pull back to the 21, got the pump with the crazy dip today too. But imagine getting it at 56. It's already back at 86. I mean, that thing is, I got 68 and sold at 81. What a move, man. Wow, I'm a member now. I have a star by my name. You're jumping on in, baby. You just changed your life. You're a YouTube member on the Crypto Liver Show. You got a lone star, baby. Shout out to you, man. No, you got a beautiful star. Funny, someone has a beige star, someone has a dark blue one. So if you've been if you've been a long time, the star changes colors. This guy's got a yellow one. So the longer you're in, the different color your star, huh? Interesting. I like that. That's pretty cool. So does SEI continue to the upside? The 4-hour suggests that it does. So I would be looking for a flag on a smaller time frame. I was into this yesterday. We were attempting to trade it. Just flag swept the lows. The daily to me is overbought. So the smaller time frame may give you one more pump, but to me, this thing's got to come back to the 21-day moving average. I wouldn't chase SEI anymore. To me, it's crazy. But smaller time frames could tell a different story. Even a bearish div here on the 15-minute, I say that's its last real rally. Even it's weird. You think it would be stronger with today, but I'm looking at the TA alone. Now, if I looked at the sentiment, I'd be like, but it was pumped while Bitcoin dumped. It's got to keep going. But for me, it's just too far away for the 21, and those are my rules. I could be wrong. Maybe it continues to pump. But my rules are that it has to start to pull back to a fib. And it ripped too much. It went from 15 cents all the way to 89. I mean, all right. Hey, Mickey on Solana is going crazy, man. Mickey on Solana. Interesting. Let's take a look at DEX tools. And that, look, there it is right there, Mickey. $12-hour candle bugging out. It was just 006. It probably had no market cap. What's the market cap for Nikki? 14 million already. Wow. I thought it would be smaller. Yep, up 35x. Or isn't that crazy? You 35x your money in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in about 40 hours. So this thing ripped through the dip and didn't even care. Came out yesterday or the day before yesterday. Mickey. December 29th, my mom's birthday. It's been out like 4 days. This coin is brand spanking new. People have already made gains and it could be a rug pull, go to zero. You never know. And a little bit of a flag here may continue. Mickey, a brand new coin on the Solana meme coin ecosystem train, And you're going to hear about coins that nobody knows about here on this channel every single day. I'm not trading Mickey. I'm all set. I've had my run with Solana meme coins. It's fun, but I like to buy Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Anyone know if he's covered ADA or DOT yet? Not yet, baby. Not yet. I don't think we're going to. I don't see them on the radar. All right. So, yeah, I see SEI's got to pull back, in my humble opinion. I could be wrong. Let's take a look at ORD swap, right? Which just continues to rip faces off. Was it a penny? Went all the way up to 10 cents. It did a 10x. I mean, can you believe that? It did a 10x since December 28th. This market's out of control. Like, there's just so much action in it. Now, to me, I look at these as what's called ascending cup and handles. The cup moves to the upside a little bit, but I treat it just like a cup. No different than fast way to do the cup and handle, boom, then pull the middle down, you're ready to rock. This looks like it's going to continue to pump. I'd be interested in this. It's connected to ORDI in some way, even if they're just running the narrative of the name, which they may. They may just be running the narrative of the name. I don't know if their substantial project are going to do anything. I don't know anything about ORDs. I may have half researched them before. It's brand new, high risk, possibly 80% gains coming though. All right. There's really just like nothing, like who's going to sell this off? Like no one bought in to sell it off. So to me, it can only pick up some steam. ORDI swap. And if it's a real use case, people can buy it, send it off, and do something with it, then, that's a great thing. Bitcoin taking the pullback to the downside here, all right, but still inside the flag and still keeping a higher low compared to where it was before. So only time will tell if we bust through that low, and I'll do an assessment at the end of the show when I see what happens here. Let's take a look here on coin market cap and take a look at ORDs. What is ORDs? What does it do? I can't just walk away and not know what the heck it, Sounds like a swap, obviously. 17 million in market cap. Ethereum address. Weird. You think it would have like an SDX or an Alex swap? Can you look at ZIL, please, from a form of double bottom? We're really not taking super chats anymore. Hyman Alwadi, but if we have a chance, we will add it. But the show usually ends at 12. We are extended, but I'm going to continue to pump through. ORDs, revolutionizing assets, redefining transactions. ORDs swap brings a dynamic AMM infrastructure to BRC20, unlocking unparalleled liquidity on Bitcoin's native layer. It's just weird that it only swapped BRC20 with ERC20 without an L2 or a SEX. Oh, wow. User swap feature seamlessly exchange BRC20 and SR20 assets on Bitcoin network, eliminating reliance on layer 2s or SEXs, providing users unprecedented control over their assets. ORDI swap. This could get pretty big, honestly, and it's very unique. It's doing something like it doesn't have a lot of competitors. It's in a unique niche, covering a unique use case. Pretty interesting, if you ask me. I like it. I like what's going on here with ORDI swap, and I'd be surprised if it doesn't get some action. Super high risk, though. Super, super high risk. I have to, it's brand new. And I call these ascending cup and handles. That's an ascending cup and handle on the 1 hour time frame that can continue to bang on them. All right. Let's take a look at the next idea here. What do you got for me? What do you got? Let's take a look. XNA. Yep. XNA. Did it take a huge hit like everything else or a slight hit? Let's take a look. Took a nasty hit and was doing good too. And pulled back again all the way back to 0.4. Remember, we got into this when it was 0.009. So we are doing great. We're still up a 5x from when we first got into this coin. It's, and it's patience. Patience takes time. I like to look at this on the CoinX chart because the CoinX chart has more detail, more history. And great. I mean, Tesla, you don't like, this channel should always keep a 45. When I start to lose the 45, it tells me that something's brewing. And I've learned this. You know why? Because a couple times in my life, I broke the 45 and I tried to just kind of act like it was nothing. And my subconscious mind picked up on it and was like, you can't break that 45 like that. And I said, what do you mean? And it would be like, that's starting to be that's starting to be a weaker pattern. And I didn't listen to it at first, And now I realize. So we need this bounce, really. If this loses this trend line, it's coming to test the double bottom, and then we're in for some more lows possibly. We want to see this trend line hold. We want to see the consolidation continue. That would be key. Right? So I'll move an alert a little closer to price action and watch this. I like this long term. This is something that I bought into way as a just speculative investment. It paid off, and I'm going to see where it goes. All right. SEI is looking like the real deal. What do you think? Crypto guapo. We like it. We talked about it. I feel like it has to pull back. And I could be wrong. We already went over it. If you want to scoot back or at the end of the stream, we won't be done too long from now. All right. I'll give you some trivia today, though. What country is known as the land of the rising sun? And this is just for fun. But what country is known as the land of the rising sun? Nippon. Super chat to close. Much peace and love to all of you and yours. Crypto Bear Baker. Rewind about 5 minutes. Guapo just went over it. Japan. Very good. Very good. Amazing. Matrix AI. It's on KuCoin and it's on MCKEY. I actually hold this coin long term for the AI movement. Funny, it didn't get sold off much bad at all since I looked at it recently. It's still in the cup and handle. Still has hidden bullish divergence. Still oversold in the daily time frame. Hugging the 200 SMA here on the daily. I like this coin. It takes a while. No one really knows about it. It's really small. It may not do, I wouldn't call it like the coin to swing trade right now, and it may play out. I'm holding it long term as an AI play. All right. You're so fun, Sam. Shout out to you. Thank you. No sun in China. Why? Why would you say that? Nissan is the ship that bombed Pearl Harbor. Isn't that crazy? You have a man bun, bro. Never noticed it. I have a dready bun. I do not have a man bun. No. I don't know why you think that, but I do not have a man bun. No man bun. I used to have a man bun years ago, but I never had a man bun because I have long hair, but I refused to. Babe, would you ever let me rock a man bun? My wife wouldn't let me rock a man bun. What? It's 12:23. Would you ever let me rock a man bun? I do whatever I want? Okay. SOFI Technologies. And the last time I put out SOFI was in this falling wedge with some hidden bullish. Said it would pump to the upside. It hit the first target. Got sold off at resistance. Coming back down now. Daily looking okay. So you want to see this bounce and make some type of consolidation here. That's all. If it consolidates, it's ready to go. If it loses this level, comes back down, you're looking for the double bottom. So if it loses this level, you're likely looking for it to come test 650. If it stays here, you're watching the consolidation. And then I would be looking to play the price action at the bottom of this channel with the divergence in the 4 hour and get that move up to the next target at 1363. All right. Bearish on man bun. Same answer my wife would have given me. I lived in Misawa at 3. Wish I remembered more. Interesting. I don't need permission. Koala man, no, you do not. You do you, my friend. You do you. All right? Don't let anyone tell you different. All right? That's my prerogative. And what is INNOVA? What is that? Think Labs. INNOVA. INNOVA. INNOVA cap. Right here, INNOVA. Just came out on the stock exchange, brand new. No idea, man. I guess people are like, he's the only guy that could like look at anything and find something. But I mean, you just touch the 200 SMA, usually you'll get a bounce. I mean, that's kind of interesting. Usually you'll get a bounce off that 200 where it just appeared, you know, and then you tussle with your next resistance. So you may even get a new high at 600. I have no idea what this is. No idea what's going on. All right, let's take a look at BTC before we jump on out of here for the day. And it's been an interesting day for Bitcoin, I'll tell you that. So let's kind of remove our earlier work. This was 30-second projection craziness. Move the moving averages for a second. So we found this little flag on the 30-second earlier today. Bang, we called that. It pumped. Then we found this little flag. We got that little pump. That pump and that pump are what I was able to find for us today on the channel, right? 30-second made a good bullish div here as it swings up. All this swings down. And we're looking for this to make some type of reversal pattern. And this is a bit of a falling wedge. Now we'll include the moving averages and switch to the 1 minute. And so we don't want to lose the 200 SMA on the 1. We'd like to see price action consolidate. I like that the previous resistance here is a support at 42,650. We desperately need to flip this local resistance at 43,061. Can we make a reversal pattern here? Somewhat so far so good for Bitcoin. Where's the 200 SMA on the 7? You need to revisit. So here's the deal. This has to act kind of like a cup with a handle. We need to get a blast to the upside out of this handle today into the afternoon and come to this 200 SMA. If the 7 minute can re-establish itself above the 200 SMA, then we have ourselves a quick recovery that won't be a big deal. If the 7 minute decides to stay lower than that, then we're going to have a bit of an issue. What I'm seeing now too is a shoulder, a bit of a head for a move to the upside here for Bitcoin. I'm seeing some possible reversal bullish signs. I will reiterate these and work on them again in the next few hours and establish another update to the trading group. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. If you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life, baby. Let's go. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for showing up. You did so much for showing up for me. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the love. Let's call out all the fan funding real quick. I like to always give shout outs to anyone that gave on the channel. So let's just kind of give out the fan funding real fast. Shout out to Hayman Al-Wadi. Shout out to Crypto Guapo. Shout out to Dan. Shout out to Hulk Solana. Shout out to Nick G. Shout out to Live, Laugh, and Love. Shout out to After Hours Investing. Shout out to Nick G again. Shout out to OMAC, Hulk Solana, J Replay, gifting memberships, Desert Crypto, my man. Lego My Sats 369, Big Bank, Hulk Solana again, Crypto Plumber, Sim1, Jamie, Texas Wheezy, Resi Rich, Hulk Solana, Live, Laugh, Love, Sneaky Pete Vaporizers, Michael Hoge, and every single one of you that showed on up. Let me make sure I hit that heart every single time. God bless you all for being here on my live stream. And I just realized I missed a super chat. BEAMX. Let's take a look at BEAMX for a beautiful subscriber. and make sure that we don't leave you hanging thinking, hey, man, and he didn't even take my super chat, and I asked for it, and what is that all about, right? So BEAMX, it came down to the 618 golden pocket. It took the breakdown for Bitcoin when it looked like it was going to pump up. As long as it holds this channel and consolidates, I believe it's going to figure, the charts convey it's going to eventually make its move back to the upside. It's a substantial project. It ran up really nicely. DCAing into it. I've been buying in at these lows. So I personally bought in at these levels. We'll see what happens. If it does go lower, look for the 786. And then there's a chance it does revisit this 1-2 area. But I don't see it going much lower than that. Anyway, everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me. And that is your time. And I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.